Hello, hello. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mel Speezel. I know I post a lot of tarot readings and positive affirmations and like advice stuff. And then on my TikTok lives, I do tarot readings for people and send Reiki. So I want to talk a bit about. I kind of just want to do a trauma dump because like what you're seeing from me is like the more healed version of me, but like I haven't always been like this, and I think it's important to know what I've been through to understand how much of a shift I've made in my life. So I'm just gonna say whatever comes in. So starting with my teenage years, I started year 8, which is high school in Australia. And then I think I was 14. And then my dad left. He left, and for what I remember, or what I was told, no one knew where he was for 3 months. So it was like he died. It was like he was dead for a couple months. And like obviously I'm over it now, right? Like I processed it, and I had my brothers and my mum and I had like people to help us. Like people who had experienced divorce and stuff. I won't name them because yeah. Oh, this one still kind of gives me a physical reaction when I think about it. This wasn't all the time, but I would sit in the bathrooms at recess and lunchtime, and I remember there was MSN back then. This would have been in year probably year 8 when I was being bullied. I got bullied a lot. Like physically. There was one girl in year 8 that would like fucking just like, yeah, like punch me. And she would like bully other girls too. I went to an all girls high school. Oh, Catholic high school. So yeah, I would get hit. I'd get called like names and stuff. So my self-esteem for like all of my life, from the time I can remember, has been like non-existent. To the point where when I graduated, which I didn't think I was going to because I thought I'd myself. Well, hold on. I remember having a job trial, going to a job trial shortly after I turned 19, and I was so like overwhelmed by it. Like I couldn't handle it. Just like interacting with people, I couldn't like talking to customers, I would get so I would be so intimidated and scared, and I just couldn't. I felt like everyone around me was above me, and felt like because they were above me, they could do whatever they wanted to me, and like I wasn't allowed to argue. I wasn't allowed to say, like stand up for myself. So like the second day of the job trial, I woke up and I started crying. And I don't want to get too into the details, but I was forced to go. So, and I walked into the shop crying, and the girl's really nice. Yeah, the girl's really nice. I mean, obviously this one still affects me because I still feel like most people are above me, and so my social anxiety is horrific. Like I can live stream and I'm okay doing that, but when it's like real life interactions with humans, I cannot handle it. Like even when I went to buy my new iPhone 17 Pro, even that was just like my body was like just in fight or flight, and it's like I don't like even now I'm still like that, and I don't understand why, and I'm trying to work on it, but I don't know, kind of don't know what to do about that actually. So anyway, after the job trial, nothing really happened, and then there was a lot of abuse, just a lot of like people disrespecting me and using me as a punching bag, and feeling like I wasn't allowed to say stop or anything like that. So and then my periods started to get really painful. To the point where I would be screaming and throwing up in pain. For like 5 hours every period that I had, I'd be in that much pain. Which was probably a manifestation of like, all this trauma manifesting like in the body as illness, which is like why I have so many health issues now. So I got to the point where I was seeing a psychologist, and then I was just on mental health certificates that I had to get every 3 months. Because in Australia we have Job Seeker, which is, I think back then it was like $480 a fortnight, and you had to like look for 20 jobs, I think every 2 weeks. So getting the mental health certificate every 3 months, I didn't have to do any of that. And then I was seeing a psychologist, and honestly, she didn't help. Like, I just had this absolute fear of just like living. Like, I didn't feel safe living and interacting. Like, none of like interacting with people wasn't fun for me. It felt like I was going to war, and honestly I like still feel like that. Anyway, fast forward to now. I'm on a disability pension. I've been on that for a couple years. I got very sick 4 years ago when I was living out of home, and I mean, there were good times, right? Like living with these people. And then I got sick, and then, like, some people moved out, other people moved in. The people that moved in were, I feel like I can't talk about it because it's like, recent. And then people would jump on my ass for talking about it. But like, dealing with health issues and then dealing with people waking me up all the time, and being woken up by people playing the drums right outside of my window. And also I just felt, when you're around certain people and you feel them like trying to leech your energy, if you're like psychic at all, or like very intuitive, or can read people, like, you know what I mean? I just felt like they were directionless and they were wanting me to help them or something, or they were like almost wanting to ride on my coattail or something. And also just like some people, just weird people. I ended up in a very bad crowd. That was very bad for me, and I'm still processing it. Like, my behavior wasn't good, but also all I wanted was for them to leave me the F alone and for them to shut the F up. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was them to leave me alone so I could work on my health. And because I was watching a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza videos and meditating and like doing that kind of stuff, I learned Reiki 1 and then I learned Reiki 2 as I was moving out of there. I actually moved out of that house because of their behavior. Yeah. I gave them 2 weeks notice. I'm like, I need to, they are making, like, it felt like I was being poisoned. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Some people are so effing bad for you that, like, they actually feel like poison. So yeah, I just, I was like, okay, I need to move this, I need to grab this, I need this, I need this, I need to, like moving my bed and my mattress was like, oh my god, but a family friend helped with that. Thank God. Thank you, God, for them. Thank you. They're watching this, which I don't think they will, but thank you. Sometimes when two people come together, they just don't get, like, things don't just, I don't know, like, I wanted to be friends with these people for ages, and then I was around them and it just felt like we were never on the same page. We were always just like missing each other, like always just not on the same wavelength at all. And then I think they're so upset that I just like stopped being friends with them. It's like we never clicked. There was always, when I look back on it now, there was always something that was off. There was always something that felt off. Something didn't feel right to me about those people. Because I've grown and changed. And I'm more in tune with my body. I can feel more things that my body is telling me. Like when things are off, the alarms go off. Like I can hear the alarms better now. So yeah, that was, I wouldn't say traumatizing. I mean, it was, but it changed me in a lot of ways. So it was like, I mean, I got really sick when I was living there, and that's not a coincidence. What other trauma? What about like really little? There were a couple of times I was having an allergic reaction when I was like really little, and my parents just didn't take me to hospital. Yeah. Like allergic reaction, like throat feeling not good. At primary school, I used to go to school crying every day. Why? I think when I was younger, it's because I missed my mom. I think it was like the fear of the unknown. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen that day. And if something, like again, not feeling like I could stand up for myself. Like if something happened that I didn't like, I felt like I couldn't say anything. And because my mom wasn't there, she couldn't speak up for me. Always got bullied for my height. I'm 4'11". So in primary school, you know, I was obviously shorter than I am now. I remember in year 10 doing something stupid, posting something stupid online, and then the whole school hating me. And then I fell into a really, really deep depression. Really, really deep. Because I made a mistake as a child, and yeah. Also, when my dad left, all of my primary school friends went to different schools, and then the girl that I went to the high school with started being really rude towards me. So I got abandoned like by my dad, by my friends. I was in a new environment. I didn't know how to stand up for myself. So I think, okay, the first time I got drunk, I was I 14 or 15? 14 or 15, I had a party at the end of year 8. And my friend brought alcohol. And then year 10, I started drinking, so I was like depressed. And then year 11 was weed. So the substances started like, yeah, like mid-teens, I guess. And then like bad relationships, just one after another. I was just thinking, like, my old roommates, I would post like like a Facebook post or something complaining about, I don't know, something, and then like the next day they'd be louder. Yeah, I noticed that. So also I'd complain, and then they'd like try to. It's like the whole thing goes like, I'll give you something to cry about. But what's great about this making a video is that they can't punish me for posting this. They can't wake me up on purpose and sleep deprive me because I'm not around them anymore. So and my health is better away from them as well. When I was living there, I had to take 2 magnesium tablets every time I ate food just to be able to have a bowel movement. And since living here, I don't have to take magnesium anymore. I can eat Mars bars, I can eat crunchies, I can have candy canes, I can have certain lollies as well. So it's just nice being able to have my health is better here. I'm surrounded by animals too. That helps. Yeah, I think this video is long enough. That's just like some of my trauma. So you guys understand that, like, I haven't had this beautifully spiritual upbringing. In fact, my mom and my older brother are like so against it. Like, they don't believe in Reiki or like energy or anything. I've very much been a lone wolf most of my life, which has made me very strong in myself. Like, I'll post YouTube videos or something, and I don't need any validation. Like, I'm not posting this to try and get people to validate me. I'm posting this because this is what I want to do, and I'm doing it. I have a lot of long-term dreams, and I'll get there. And I'm sure the more I read for you guys on TikTok lives, the more psychic and accurate I will get with my readings. So I can help people better, because that's like my main driving factor, like motivating factor, is helping people. Yeah. So thought I'd just make this. I hope you have a good day or a good night. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.